Coming at you live from my home studio in beautiful La Puente, California. This is the All Dodgers podcast. Because my soundboard is dead. Sorry, guys. We're not going to have a soundboard for a little bit unless I start finagling it along the way. But what is going on, Clint Nation? Happy Friday. Happy calm before the storm. The Dodgers play the Padres again in the National League Division Series starting tomorrow, 5:37 or 5:38 p.m. Pacific time at Dodger Stadium. It's what we've all been waiting for. It's what we're all a little scared about. It's what we should be hyped about. So on today's show, we do have some updates from Dodger Stadium. There's updates on the rotation. Freddie Freeman speaks. Miguel Rojas had some things to say. Shohei Ohtani also had some things to say. General postseason thoughts. Your voicemails, guys. If you haven't called in yet, feel free to call in right now. The phone number is in the description of this video. The phone number is about to pop up right here on the screen as well. I want your thoughts, and if you can't call in and leave a voicemail, we'll get to a bunch of comments today. Be hanging out here for maybe 45 minutes or so, and we'll get out of here, but there will be more content on the channel. Producer Kevin and I will be doing a pregame, some form of pregame show tomorrow on the channel. Not sure exactly what time. Maybe we wait for the rosters to drop, and then there will be postgame shows. But guys, sound off. Let me know where you are representing your Dodgers fandom tonight. Again, it's NLDS Eve. This is what we're looking for. This is what we play for. This is what we watch Dodger baseball for. We watch baseball for them to get to the playoffs. So, first comment I see right off the bat here. It's not the top comment, but Mr. John Rod says, are we ready? That is a good question. That's a question for just about everybody in this stream. Do you guys feel ready for Dodgers Padres once again? You know, this one's going to be this is going to be a fun stream. A fun postseason series. You know, I'm calling it the three-peat. Dodgers win in 20. The Padres come back and win in 22 in what I feel was more heartbreaking fashion. And here we go. We get to have that kind of revenge series one way or another. Paul V is checking in from Diamond Bar. Let's go, says Paul. Craig Osterberg from Lawndale. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Bedanko says no soundboard. I'm out. Listen, that's okay. That is perfectly okay. I will do all of the sound effects if that makes it feel a little bit better for you. Denny Cortez checking in from the 909, and she is anxious AF. You should be. You should be a little bit anxious. That means we're feeling something. That means we're having fun watching Dodger baseball. Another thing is fun. I don't think I pushed the button quite yet, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. Again, we're going to be here all postseason long doing something. Hopefully, it's going to be a long postseason run for these Dodgers, because I'm not ready to be talking about the postseason in 3 or 4 or 5 days. It's just the reality. I'm not ready for that. I'm seeing some, I'm going to call it love for my Dodgers territory co-host. I didn't see where or when or how, but apparently Ms. Alana Rizzo picked the Padres to down the Dodgers in this frickin' series. And it's a problem. That's a problem. Listen, I'm going to be drinking. I'm drinking because of Alana, guys. Grumpy45 Dino says the video died. If you guys can't see me, let me know in the comments below. I said it on the last DT yesterday. Dodgers win in 4. The Dodgers win in 4. The Dodgers have to win this series. They are they have players. They have some pitching. They have Shohei Ohtani. That should be enough, right? That needs to be enough for a team to beat the Padres, right? You have playoff Ohtani. We get to see him for the first time in our lives. And if we've seen any sort of, visions of him in the past, whether it be over with the in the World Baseball Classic with the Team Japan and all that, if we've seen this before, maybe he has that kind of showing again. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by some things going on in the chat here, but let's get some more into the chat here, and then actually, hold on, let's do two things. Let's do two things first. One, I gotta ask you, I don't do it enough. If you guys can't tube into the show live on YouTube, or you don't watch on YouTube, I do have it as a podcast as well. The show is part of the Believe network of podcasts. If you wouldn't mind leaving a rating and potentially reviewing the show there, particularly on iTunes, that would mean a whole lot, or Apple Podcasts, whatever they call it that day. If and when you find some time, if you can do that, I'd appreciate that a whole lot. Just look up All Dodgers with Clint Pasillas, or click the links in the description of this video. But two things I do got to tell you about Bet Online, the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything football. It should also be a top source, if not your number one source, for all things MLB postseason. But Bet Online has every stat, every matchup, even live odds and spreads while games are being played, so you can bet on those things during the games. If you think you know your stuff, you could also get in on their $200,000 mega contest. Pick 5 games against the spread each week for your chance at weekly prizes or a share of that $200K. If the game's over, head on over to their online casino. Get in on a game of blackjack. Get in on a game of poker. Unwind with over 150 slot games. They're right there at your fingertips. You can play. You can do that. It's all there. Bet Online. Head to the website today. Get in on the action. Bet Online. The game starts here. And I'm sorry. Listen, I didn't see the Alana thing. I'm seeing people throwing Alana under the bus, which is fine. Listen, she understands the power of these kind of media things, and whatever it was that she did, wherever she. I think I heard she did this on ESPN. Listen, man, that's on her. That's on her, I guess. We'll talk about it on Monday for sure. Hopefully the Dodgers are up 2-0 in the series, because the Dodgers need to win game 1 before we get into like the Freddie stuff and the actual news and all this kind of stuff. The Dodgers got to win. The Dodgers need to win game 1. It's a fact, Jack, and we do have the update that we didn't have when we went live on Thursday, which is Yoshinobu Yamamoto does pick up game 1. So let's go ahead and get into the big Dodgers news and updates on the eve of game 1 of the NLDS. And yes, there was a flip at the top of the rotation. Yoshi Yamamoto, Yama-san, gets game 1 at Dodger Stadium, and I love it. I love every bit of it. We've seen this kid, we've seen this dude perform on the big stage against the Yankees. They even brought up that Yankee series as well. Did Dave Roberts, did the front office, the Dodgers front office. It's the right call. It is 100% the right call. Plus, if he's starting game 1, if needed, he could also start game 5. Hopefully, game 5 is not needed. Dodgers already won it in 4. Jack Flaherty has more of an opportunity to also come back on short rest and pitch in a game 4 if you need it. If this team decides to kind of bail on the what's that guy called bail on the sorry, I got distracted. Words, etc. Oh yeah, if you decide to bail on the Landon Knack starting in game 4. Well, then you have this guy. Then you have Jack Flaherty, who could maybe go on short rest, who definitely could go on short rest if needed in a Game 4 situation. So I like that change at the top. But I'm interested in how you guys feel about it. I mean, Yamamoto missed a number of months with the shoulder injury. He wasn't great. He wasn't phenomenal in his return. 3 starts, 4 starts here in the month of September, or there in the month of September, but he was still good enough. In my opinion, he was good enough, and I think that's kind of his he said he is feeling better. Sorry, there's a few things going on, guys. I'm half paying attention to you, I promise, but I'm also 3/4 paying attention to other things, and that's totally the right amount of money. So let's focus back up on this. Yama gets game 1, and that's what you want to see. Yamamoto needs to get game 1. So, guys, I want to know what you guys think about Yamamoto. People really giving some fun to Alana, of course. So, again, we'll drink for Alana. Lord knows she might need it when we go live on Monday on Dodgers territory. I do also want to go back for a second because I dropped a sort of another long form video that it wasn't live, but it was essentially shot like a live, where our friend Scott Gearman joined the channel, and during the premiere of that video, our friend the Right Field Pavilion dropped a monster super chat on that video, which I appreciate so damn much. Right Field Pavilion has been so many of you guys have been super supportive of the channel, but Right Field Pavilion, insane chat on that Wednesday premiere. So I feel like at the bare minimum, I owe Right Field Pavilion a shot for that massive super chat. So we're going to take a shot here, straight out the bottle, almost done with the gentleman jack, but cheers to Right Field Pavilion. Burns. And then Right Field Pavilion also asked a question with that super chat, so I wanted to get back into that. Right Field Pavilion says his buddy has deep ties to AJ Preller, of course, the GM for the Padres, and the story is that Preller dislikes the manager Mike Shildt due to his thinking. Apparently, he thinks he's the smartest guy in the room, does Mike Shildt. He's a big-time baseball mind, they said. Shildt, last time he was in the playoffs, 2021 with the Cardinals. Of course, the Dodgers beat the Cardinals in that series, the wild card series. Chris Taylor sent us home. The question is, do you think the NLDS will be the battle of overthinking managers? I would say yes, and King Yellowman gets it. Says shots, shots, shots. Everybody, shots. It's a Friday. I would say yes, but I like something Dave Roberts said this week. Essentially that they acknowledged kind of not making adjustments in these series. That's particularly the last two postseasons. Kind of getting kicked in the face. We saw that. We saw this team get kicked in the teeth, punched in the mouth, whatever the hell you want to call it. And they didn't. They looked dazed. They looked stunned when they entered these series. So all the things we're hearing from Dodger Stadium, from the team. We're hearing the right words, and I this time I do lean towards believing what they're saying, that they have a different mindset. I said it on Dodgers Territory on Thursday. They have a different aura about them. This is a team that got beat down over the last two postseasons. They do not feel good about those beatdowns over the last two postseasons, and they have the right mindset to go out there and say, nah, in the immortal words of our friend Richie and DeVore, to say, fuck Manny Machado, fuck the Padres, fuck anybody who gets in our way. We're going to go beat your ass. And I think that this is I think they really have that kind of different bravado to them, whatever it is. It's going to be a different feel. It's going to be a different team. I'm banking my non-existent career on this. Not really, but I feel it. I feel it deep down in my subcockle region. There will be something different. So if Mike Shildt is an overthinking manager, hopefully Dave Roberts outthinks him, pulls the right strings, hits the right levers, all of these kind of things. Thank you, Swollen Sausage, in the chat. I would push the button, but I don't have it. Says, we're going to play 9 innings. We're going to move the ball forward, just trying to compete. You got to like to compete, and just let these boys play. The 100% need to let these Dodgers play. Have a script. Have a line that a run of hitters that you want pitchers to come in and face, but don't necessarily stick to you could adapt, you can improvise. Maybe Dave needs to go to Second City real quick in Hollywood, take a little improv 101 class there and be ready for the series. But I feel good, I feel better, and I've been saying this. You guys who have been watching me for a long time know I'm generally not the most positive mofo. I'm much worse when it's all in text and people in our Discord server can see when I'm ready to throw the entire team under the bus. But I feel good about this team right now. I feel good about this series heading into it. One thing we should not feel good about, let's talk Fredward Freeman. So he, of course, was asked about the ankle today. He did get some running in for the first time since rolling the shit out of his ankle, if I'm being a doctor about the technical terms of it. He also took some grounders at first base, and his response, how's the ankle? It's good enough. That's all we have. That's all we have. As I see my guy Kevin. Kevin, I would have you in, but I don't have everything set up technically, and I don't have a producer, Kevin. So I don't have a director. I can't get you in here without things getting a little wonky. So me and Kevin will be live on the channel tomorrow, talking about this team, talking about the series and the roster and more things. So subscribe if you guys want to watch that. But if we're talking Freddie Freeman, Dave Roberts says he expects him in the starting lineup, which of course that's what he's going to say. He also said a lot of similar things when we saw the Max Muncy injury in 2021. And I understand, I keep going back to 21, 22, 23 a whole lot, but man, does history likes to repeat itself with this team. And now we have this. Of course, Fredward says it's the worst injury he's ever had to play through. Some things that we should not like him saying. He injured it about a week ago, according to the doctors, that this should be a 4 or 6 week injury where he would be on the injured list, and he's going to be playing in the starting lineup, probably batting third or fourth for this team tomorrow night in Los Angeles. So absolutely not ideal for the situation or for this series. It's just bad. It's all bad. As I see my guy Jason saying we need to have Kevin Pillar, bro, as a guest host. Hey, you know what? The last time I DM'd him, he's like, yeah, I'll come on your show. And then he didn't reply after that. So rude. Very rude. Hurting my boy Cody. Luckily, listen, if we're trying to spin the Freddie situation positive, it shouldn't affect his bat to ball very well, and that's what he's in the lineup for. Yeah, he could, play some defense. He's a Gold Glover, very good base runner. Not fast, but good base runner. Should not affect his bat to ball, and that is what he's in the lineup for. Maybe he's not going for big power, big homers, but if he can find some gaps, get Mookie in, get Shohei in, whoever's batting ninth, get him in, then we're gonna be in a lot better situation than we would with the alternative, because they are test driving some alternatives, we'll say. Max Muncy spotted at first base for the first time since that elbow injury, I guess, technically, potentially. Getting some reps over there at 1B. The team is keeping its options open. Of course, we know how much these Dodgers love their optionality when it comes to, everything. But Muncy could be an option to play first base if, Freddie takes a wrong step, if something happens at first base. One of the things you got to worry about is that instinct of him trying to beat out an infield hit or something like that, stepping on that bag wrong at first base. That's what you got to be afraid of. You also got to worry about how much does this affect his defense at first base, because if he can't push off one way or the other, that's going to be a problem. Or if he needs to beat out a runner at first base because the pitcher didn't cover or something like that. So everybody needs to pick up some slack. Pitchers need to be ready to actually go cover their, PFPs. They better be getting those mofos going. Producer Kevin in the chat says a really good point. Muncy was a Gold Glove finalist the last time he was playing first base full time, but that was a long time ago. He should be fine. We presume he will be fine. But your boy, Freddie Freeman, is going to be starting there, and that's what Dave wants. In that scenario, also, Kike probably plays third base and whatever moving pieces. I mean, if things get dire, if things get bad enough where Freddie cannot play and has to hit the IL, hey, let's throw shit at a wall and see what sticks. There's a chance we could see Dalton Rushing suddenly make his major league debut in the postseason for this team. He is with the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium in LA this week as they do their, their 5-day off workouts and all that. So am I reading way too much into this? Hell yeah, but that's the fun. We're here, we're online. I could say whatever I want. And I say it's time for a drink. Let's see. Swelling Sausage wants to see Ross Porter on the show. We'll get Ross Porter in here maybe one of these days, one of these lifetimes. If you want Ross Porter, guys, hit that subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button. If we get to 300 thumbs up on this video, I'll call Ross Porter and get him on this postseason or offseason if things, go sideways real quick. But don't worry, I feel good about the Dodgers. I say Dodgers in 4, unlike my friend and co-host Alana Rizzo. Taking them Padres. Take that national hat off, Rizz. We gotta be Dodger homers. Anyways, another thing that could help the Padres win, however, if you have a reduced Freddie, you're also going to have a reduced Miguel Rojas. Miggy Ro spoke with the new Alana Rizzo, Kirsten Watson, at Dodger Stadium today, and he talked about his injury a little bit more so, talking about being there for the team. He says, bottom line, I want to be there. He's been playing through some nagging injuries all year long. That tends to happen when you're, 36 years old. But one of the quotes he had that I appreciated, and I don't have, hold on, wait, let's see if this thing, no, we still don't have soundboard. We still do not have soundboard. We're going to try to figure it out. But I do see Richard Flores, $4.99 super chat. So go bong. That's the thing I do, and then we'll give him the clap. It says, F the national media. Opinions are like a-holes. Everyone's got one. Mental toughness, boys. Padres be standing up like us, unless you're Diane. So cheers. Everybody clap for Richie. Give that super chat a thumbs up. I'll drink for Richie Flores in Devore. I'm talking about Mickey Rowe here. One of the things that he said that I liked, he says if he can make the team better, he would take his chances with him at shortstop. And I don't know, this is me having the luxury of overreading into it. That's him knowing he is the best shortstop on this team. He doesn't want to see Tommy Edman there. He doesn't want to see Gavin Lux there. Nobody does. He doesn't want to see Mookie Betts there, who, by the way, Mookie taking ground balls at shortstop at Dodger Stadium today. Again, you overdo the reading into things. That's the fun of doing a show like this, where we're just hanging out. This is a vibe stream. Hopefully you guys enjoy the vibes of it. But yeah, Mookie taking some grounders at shortstop. That one I don't read too much into. That's what he kind of does anyways. He likes taking ground balls in the infield to just kind of keep him loose, keep him moving, keep the body doing different things. But hey, in a pinch, once again, what's that word we come back to? Optionality. It's always about optionality. If Mookie, for some reason, needs to move back to shortstop, which would be a bad move, well, that opens up, right field for Andy Pages or whoever it may be. If they move Teoscar Hernandez back to right and finagle some pieces around. But, I would say between Freddie Freeman and Miguel Rojas, and I've kind of echoed this here on the channel already before, I feel a lot worse. I don't feel as good about the Miggy Rose situation because that injury, because that's your shortstop. And if you have a reduced shortstop and you're not getting those plays, or if he tweaks it further, you're going to have a bad time. And all of a sudden, hey guys, what am I about to do right now? What am I going to do? I'm going to talk about the past again. I start worrying about how things sort of unraveled for that 21 team. But keep your fingers crossed. If you pray to anybody, pray to them about Miggy Rose adductor, that injury he has in his legs. Pray about Freddie Freeman's ankle, or have a drink about it like I'm going to do. King Yellowman talking about a great, one of the great things that's happened for Dodgers fans over the last 5, 6, 7 years. King Yellowman talking about Manny Machado still owing a fan his contract. Of course, that fan being Moshe, who used to hang out on these streams, at least the old stream, Blue Heaven back in the day. I think he got to be a busy boy. But we talked about that, did Moshe and I. Manny, pay up, brother. You got more than $300 million now. Give him that contract. Anyways, let's talk one more bit of the news and updates, and then we got to get into voicemails. And guys, if you haven't already, call in now. I don't see any new voicemails coming in, so we'll run with what we got. But voicemails will be coming up next. But I want to talk Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani, if there's somebody that's ready for this postseason, I would say it is Shohei Ohtani. I think by now everybody has seen the bit of media where he was asked about, do you have any nerves about this? And of course, the whole thing is he is asked a question in English. Will Ayrton translates to Japanese, and then Shohei talks to Will. Will tells the media what he said. Well, Shohei took it upon himself to, as soon as that question was over, he just said, nope, he has no nerves. He's ready. He is ready for this big stage. And I think I saw somebody in the chat, earlier in the chat, saying a prediction, dropping a prediction there. A 3-homer game for Shohei Ohtani. Boy, would you love to see that? And it's really not out of the realm of reality there. Like, it could happen. Shohei's just that good. Shohei is just that crazy. And by the way, I also saw this comment earlier, to see it again right now. Not Swellen. Sorry, Arcade Light Grid says that Clint needs to be in that clubhouse for the speech. They shouldn't even have a speech. I don't think they have a speech tomorrow. I think it's just, everything they needed to say, they should have already said. It should be out there. Look, we're here to play baseball. What does Manny Machado say? That's just baseball. We're here. We're ready. We've been here. A lot of us have been here and done this. Some of us, it's our first time, but it's the same game. We won the most ball games in baseball, in Major League Baseball this year at 98. We've survived 117 injuries. Let's just let it eat for 11 more wins, and we'll be fine. We'll be hoisting that piece of metal at the start of November or whatever. So I don't think they say very much. I think it's all there. It's all an unsaid. Let's go, show up, do your job, but don't do like you've done before with the whole work-a-day thing. I'm trying not to dive too much in. I got to save some bullets. Me and my guy Kevin got some things to talk about tomorrow as well, but. I don't want to have that ho-hum. It's like, it's just a Tuesday and you're waiting for Friday at the office or whatever. No, they need to have some passion. They need to have a different aura, which is the operative word this season or this postseason. They need to have a different aura. They need to have vibes. Yama needs to go. Now it's Yama. He needs to go 1-2-3 with those Padres in the first inning. And the Padres need to let Shohei Ohtani hit a homer to lead off the game. Kevin is thinking that Shohei's numbers will go down, but his contact rate will go up. I hope. Hey, listen, keep the line moving. More runs on the board. However you get them is what we're looking for here. I see my guy Roach in the stream. Talk about a flashback. I'm talking about Moshe. Now I'm talking about Roach. Roach says first, as we are a half an hour into the show. Cheers to you, Roach. Happy Friday. Hamilton, our friend, Hammy0023 in the chat saying the series is going to depend on Mookie and Will Smith hitting. Shohei as well. Will Smith, of course, I have as my X factor for this team this postseason. Will is kind of one of those guys that's sneaky at the bottom of the lineup. In the middle of the lineup. There's not a letdown for the opposing pitcher for a while when you're looking at this Dodgers lineup. You could argue, as Hamilton brings up Mookie, you could argue that Mookie is one of those guys who could be one of those openings in the lineup. You can't have Mookie of the last two postseasons, who, by the way, I actually looked at the numbers, which is not very hard. I looked at the numbers. The last two postseasons combined, Mookie's hitting .080. 2 hits. Both coming in the 2022 postseason. It's a problem. That's a problem. But Mookie also acknowledged it. He spoke with reporters. I think it was LA Times. He spoke with LA Times today or yesterday, whenever it was. And he talked about, he still has visions of last postseason. Just like I thought, it's not difficult to presume or assume that this dude is still... I wouldn't say it's keeping him up at night because he's got a lot of money. He's got a nice family. He drives nice cars. He's got a lot of things going on, as we all know. But he wants to put that to bed. He wants to bring back 2020 and 2021 Mookie Betts, where he hit a combined 305 with an almost I think it was an 8.6 OPS OPS. So Mookie, absolutely important. Will Smith, absolutely important, as is everybody else in that goddamn lineup. Bira Sama in the chat. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Says, what up, Clint? What up, y'all? Roach is glad to see you. Hey, hang out with us this postseason. Missed you, buddy. Let's see. Swollen Sausage says tomorrow more than $1 billion of Japanese going against the Friars. You do have $700 million Shohei and 325 Yamamoto. Let the Samurai rise. Los Angeles Samurai rise. Get us game one. Get us game one. Alex Renteria, I see Kevin responding to the question there. Any word on Miguel Rojas? We just talked Miggy Rowe a second ago. Miggy Rowe feeling good, feeling as good as he can with a torn adductor muscle there in his hip, leg, groin area. He's going to play. He's going to gut it out. That's where we're at right now. Injuries happen, especially when you play 162 games of baseball. Let's pause here for a second. I got to do what I usually do here and tell you about Patreon. If you guys are looking for a different way to support the channel and also hang out with us on Discord, I feel like some people, I've heard some people don't fully, I haven't explained this well. That's what I should say. So if you support the channel on Patreon or YouTube members, $5 a month, you get the link to join us on Discord, where we talk Dodger baseball basically all day long. We talk all baseball as well. I mean, it's honestly been fun chatting with the homies in the chat, talking about the other games going on in the wild card and things. So that's been a lot of fun. So if you guys are interested, patreon.com/realfrg, $5 a month to join us there. And also you're just supporting the channel, less than the price of a Dodger dog these days. And also here, YouTube members, there's a join button somewhere by my head if you're interested. If not, the best way to support the channel is hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, give it a thumbs up so we get that algorithm boost, and share the videos. Tell grandma. If grandma's looking for a new person to watch here talking Dodger baseball on the YouTube, I'm here. I am here for your grandma, whatever she needs. Speaking of grandma, I'll pause for another second to say welcome back to the YouTube to my friend Doug McCain. Of course, he was out for the better part of, I think, nearly 2 weeks with a back issue that's been bugging him for years. We beat ourselves up doing this job, sitting in these chairs, trying to bring you guys content. It's not always the best for our health, sitting in these chairs. Some of us drink out of our shoe for you guys, and we can't get beat up sitting here talking to a camera in our offices or sometimes living room. So I'm just happy to see my boy D-Mac back. We'll hopefully get him on the channel soon as well. But much love to my boy being back in the saddle talking Dodger baseball. I don't have my buttons, but bong, $4.99 super chat from Dry Protoss. Words are hard. Just $4.99. No words in there? Oh, there it is. The comment came after Shohei home run count predictions. We're talking about per game, per series, but anyways, $4.99. That's a drink. Thank you very much, Dry Protoss. Guys, let's say all postseason. Let's assume the Dodgers make it to the World Series. Let's assume they win a World Series. So at bare minimum, Dodgers are playing 11 games. How many home runs does Shohei Ohtani hit in those 11 games, or 15, however many games through the end of October into early November that the World Series will be starting? So do those. We'll come back with the predictions in a second. We got another one. Bong! And then noises. I'm sorry there's no soundboard. I'll have it back tomorrow. Matthew Villarreal, $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much, sir. Says, who is the one Padres batter you don't want to be you? Oh, don't want to beat you. I'm assuming you meant beat you, so that's what I'm going to go. First, $4.99. That means a drink. Thank you very much, Matthew. I always assume it's Matthew. Might be Matteo. It's spelled weird, but I'm going with Matthew. Mr. Villarreal, if you're nasty. You know who I hate in that? I mean, you don't want Nando to beat you. You don't want Manny Machado to beat you for obvious reasons. But I fucking hate Jake Cronenworth. That son of a bitch. He seems to sneak up on this team year after year, series after series. I don't want... Listen, Manny Machado gets paid a shit ton of money to try to beat the Dodgers. Fernando Tatis gets paid a shit ton of money to try to beat the Dodgers. For what it's worth, Cronenworth gets paid a nice amount of money. But he's not the guy. He's not that guy. Don't let that son of a bitch, Jake Cronenworth, beat the Dodgers. Anyways, the other one. Okay, so Shohei Ohtani, number of homers. If he gets a full postseason, I'm going to write it down so I don't forget it. My pen is gone. I got to go to a new pen. Guys, if we lose, it's because this is a different pen. Shohei Ohtani will hit... Fuck, is he going to go off? First number that popped in my head is 15. Do I just go with it? Run with it? I like Jason's number. He says 5 homers. That's a good number, but you know what? I'm wilding out. I've got 15 Ohtani homers this postseason. If we play a full postseason, that's we are having fun now, aren't we? Anyways, the whole point of this initial Friday show, by the way, was supposed to be about voicemails. I want to hear from you guys, and now it's been me talking a whole bunch, so I apologize. I understand you guys also tube in to hear me talk, but I want to hear from you. Look at that. The thing looks a little bit different. You got the phone number on there. I expect to hear from you fuckers during the postseason. Post-game shows, got to be calling in. If I'm here post-gaming, you guys got to give me some more to work with because I love hearing from you fine fans. But let's listen to, let's see, we got a quick leadoff hitter right here. Oh, okay, important update. Oh, we're going back to the screen. The important update. The beer fairy brought in the correct pen. And yeah, so the same pen, but this is the one that has more luck in it. So hit that thumbs up for the beer fairy showing up and showing out. But back to voicemail overreactions. We got a quick one here from a new caller, long-time listener, first-time caller, from our friend Daniel. Let's listen to Daniel real quick.
Clint, what up, dude? This is Daniel over in Hawaii. I'm calling in the middle of work because I'm just so pumped, brother. I'm just so pumped. I'm so ready to shit on these fucking Padres, dude. I'm a little worried with the Flaherty news. I'm not going to lie. But, dude, Ohtani, there's going to be a big moment. I don't know. I'm just so pumped, dude. I got to get back to work. Later, brother.
Hey, look at that. I don't have the button, but we got to hit the clap for Daniel calling in for the first time. Appreciate that. Appreciate the hype there. F these Padres. Shit on these Padres, as the man says. Calling in during work hours. We appreciate that. Appreciate you calling. Hopefully you call in more. That's a great voicemail there. And again, you guys have time. You see the number. If you want to pop out for a second, give me a call. We'll try to get to your voicemail here during the show. Let's see. I think we got another first-time caller here. We'll pocket that. You know who I want to hear from first? I want to hear from our day one. I want to hear from my guy Noah because Noah. We've been having spicy Noah of late, so I want to hear what Noah's got to say about this team.
Well, what up, guys? It's Noah, as you know, and little brother's coming back, which means one thing. We get our revenge. Let's knock him out, guys, and don't be scared. Their offense didn't even put that many runs in Game 1 versus the Braves, which were mostly a bullpen that hasn't had a day off since Thursday and played a doubleheader the night before, and they struggled. We took 2 out of 3 and were robbed of a sweep by a triple play. So there's no reason why we can't beat them. So don't worry, we will beat them. And the good news is I am going on Sunday, so we're going to win. Because, like I said in a voice message last week, every time I go, they win. And so far, that's true. So yeah, we will get a W on Game 2. And Yamamoto, I'll gladly help him by being there. And have a good night, guys. And I have to say something.
Okay, man.
Fuck the parking lot and fuck Manny Machado. Good night.
Hey, this guy, Spicy Noah, coming in clutch at the end of the call there. Guys, hit that thumbs up for Noah Ortega. As you know, you gotta love the spice there. Fuck Manny Machado, son of a bitch. But hey, yeah, Padres, they had to play. They had to run some guys out there, but you could also argue they have technically have more momentum than the Dodgers do right now because they've already played postseason baseball. They've gotten acclimated to the situation, but they're coming to Dodger Stadium. And before we get back into voicemails, listen. And Roach, I saw Roach. Roach, just call the number. Leave a voicemail. I said on Dodgers territory yesterday, Like, I need to see fans showing up, showing out, being loud early in the ball game, being there before first pitch, being in your seat. Fuck your selfies. Who cares about posting on Instagram? You could do that later in the game. I understand the parking lot is a bitch. Find a different way in. Don't go to Gate A. Gate A stands for avoid. My good friend D-Mac told me that because I told him to say that Gate A, well, actually, he came up with that particular line, but I told him Gate A is the worst gate to enter from. Avoid Sunset. There's going to be a billion people there. Don't go that way. Go to Gate B, go to Gate C, go to Gate D, avoid Gate E as well. Be in your seats, get hyped. They're going to give you towels. They're going to tell you, guys, we're about to come on TV. Wave your towels. Be in your seat, get Yamamoto hyped, and let's win a fucking ball game. That's what we got to do. Yeah. Thank you. Denny saying, put the phone down. Be present. Yeah, this isn't your wife, guys. Be present here. Put the phone down. It's messed up. Thank you. Richie saying, go to Gate B or Gate D. Look, we're giving away our secrets here. You always avoid A and you always avoid E. Those are terrible. Avoid Gate E, says Jason. Oh, God, that's some good stuff. Arcade Light Grid says, preach. I got you here. I got you. All right, back to some voicemails. Let's see what we got here. I think I did that one. Let's hear from another. I said I was going to do a new caller. Let's listen to a voice here on tonight's show. I don't even know who it is. Mario. I see a Mario here. Let's listen to Mario.
Hello, Dodger brothers and sisters. Mario and Freddie here. For the first time. One thing that I do like about switching Yamamoto to pitch first versus Freddie, because that's our man, that's our guy. Yamamoto's our guy right now. But one thing I don't like is that I think that maybe, we should have not said that Jack should go first. We should have just said Yamamoto first, you know? I just think it'll undermine his confidence. But you know what? At this point, we got the bat. Yeah, they got the arms. San Diego has those arms, but we got the bat. So don't worry, guys. We're going to be fine. It's going to be a good series. All right, guys. All right, Clint. Later.
Look at that. First time caller Mario. I don't have the soundboard, so I'll give him the clap personally. Pause. Love that. If there's one thing I did say that I liked Yamamoto getting that game one start. I also very much agree with the fact that that should have been the original plan. And if that was the original plan and something got out where Flaherty was going to get the game one start, like, come on, guys. It's the postseason. You can't be having these F-ups here between Dave Roberts and Andrew Friedman. If Friedman in the front office always knew they wanted Yama to go game one, then they should have told Dave Roberts. But Dave is the one who said it's going to be Flaherty, then it's going to be Yamamoto game one, game two. And now, having that change, I do have some bother when we're talking about that. It should not be a big deal. Yamamoto said today that he just found out during workouts that he was getting that game one start. I'm sure he would prefer to have been a little more mentally ready, but come on, this is a kid that's been there and done that. And I like also Mario's point. Like, Flaherty might be back next year if they sign him, but Yamamoto's going to be here for the next 11 years. Like, you gotta go with your boy. That's gonna be your guy. It's the new Japanese Kershaw there. He's gotta be there. Hey, IB Stroking in the chat says, did I make it on time? Yes, whatever you're here. I don't know if you left a voicemail. If you did, then you did, because we're about to get into more voicemails. But we just heard from our guy Mario. We're gonna get back into the voicemail hotline. What else do I got? Let's see. Hold on, I have this. Is this I don't know who this is, but let's find out. This is a call that just came in during the show, and we'll find out who it is.
Hey, what's up? I wanted to ask a question about Edgardo Henriquez. I love the guy. I love his stuff. I hope it plays up in the postseason. One issue: he wasn't on the Dodgers roster at September 1st. Now, it's my understanding that that's going to get in the way of him being put on the playoff roster, but there's a loophole if they pull off a pitcher who is injured, they can replace him. So my question is, if they want to do this loophole and get Henriquez on the roster, which pitcher are they going to move to the IL? Thanks.
Look at that. Hey, first, somebody calling in with a question. We hit the clap because the soundboard is down tonight. Appreciate the caller. Don't know who that was, but appreciate you either way. So the Henriquez, it's not as big of an issue. He's already on the roster now, so he has a 40-man spot. He was in the organization before September 1st, so he technically is able. Like he's able to participate in the postseason the same way Dalton Rushing could if they decided to put him on the 40-man and activate him for this series or even for the NLCS if Freddie Freeman gets hurt or some situation like that. Was that Ivy Strokin who called in there? Don't know if that was him, but if it was, cool. If not, cool either way. I appreciate the call. So Henriquez can pitch for this team in the postseason. He also should, in my opinion, should pitch for this team in the postseason. And I go, it's definitely a tough question. We're going to find out more tomorrow. And if the roster hasn't been dropped by the time producer Kevin and I go live, we'll wildly speculate about this for sure. But I think Henriquez, my feeling is he should be on the roster over Joe Kelly. He should arguably be on the roster over Dan Hudson, even though they would not do that to Dan Hudson. So it's a moot point. But I take him over Ben Kasparius, that being Henriquez. I take him over a Robleski. You don't need length in this shorter 5-game set, but you do need some overwhelming velocity and, more importantly, a guy the Padres haven't seen much of. I don't even think he's faced the Padres, or if he did, he faced them once. So what are they going to do with that? I don't know. They're still having those conversations right now, most likely. But to the question, he can be on this roster, and hopefully he will be. Jason says Kelly has not earned a roster spot. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. I agree. I fully agree. And I think I missed a couple of super chats. My bad, guys. So bong, because soundboard's down. Matthew back in the chat with a super chat. Appreciate you very much, Matthew, saying, are we more nervous this year than 2 years ago against the Padres? Because they seem to be the biggest threat this postseason, right? No. I don't know. Directly to the question, no. Because I don't remember what I felt in 22. As a good team, they won 111 games. They had Trey Turner. You had all of this talent. You had a world of talent. And you lost. You still lost. I'm less nervous now than I was last year, but I felt decent about last year. I didn't feel great. I feel better now. I'm not as nervous now as I was, let's say, in 21, where obviously everybody was injured and all this kind of stuff. To the second part of the question, there's zero doubt. I mean, there's arguably more talented teams the Dodgers could or may face with the Phillies in the second round. The Mets are hot. If they somehow usurp the Phillies, they'll be even hotter. But the Phillies are in like every way you would think better than the Padres, and the Yankees are also a very good ball club if you make it to the national or the World Series. So, Padres are for sure the biggest threat, but I ain't nervous. I'm drinking to it. And so cheers to Matthew for that $4.99 super chat. We got another couple super chats I just saw. So bong. That was a weak drink. But Sunriser, $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Sunriser says, a little drinking and rumors on AJ versus Schilt. Awesome. Yes, I don't know what we're talking about, but AJ. Oh, yes. Hell yeah. I mean, that's what we're here for. I don't know if Sunriser's a Padres fan. If you are, thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you. Appreciate the super chat. If you're a Dodger fan, I appreciate you even more. But listen, we're here for drinking. We're here for rumors. Because why not? I don't know in the chat. Listen, I saw this one. It just popped up saying, talking a little shit about Fernando Tatis Jr. I don't know. It says Tatis is a narcissist who will do anything to get the spotlight on him. Hey, man, if he wants it and he can earn it and get it, more power to the dude, to be honest. Straight up. Ivy Strokin confirms it was not him on the voicemail. Now we know. Not him. Richie Flores is not nervous. Why? Because I've been kicked in the balls too many times to be nervous. Let's go. Bring this shit on. I like it, and I wish I had my soundboard. And I think there was one more. Dave Fuller says, cheers. You know what? That's not even a super chat, but I'm still going to drink to it because cheers. We got a couple cheers in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Roach says, I've felt numb since 2017. That's just a great comment. Did I miss? I think I missed one more super chat because I always want to make sure I hit those. But I think I got it. I'm pretty sure I got it. So cool. If not, I did see a new member joining up. Arcade Light Grid. Let's go. Became a friend of the show here. Joined our YouTube members. Appreciate you, Arcade Light. Email me or DM me. I'm gonna get you on our Discord for the postseason. Appreciate you there, bud. But hey, let's get into. Another voicemail just came in as well. Let's get back into voicemails. Let's listen to the new one. And I know I have a back pocket Richie in here, and I feel like it would just be right to end the show on Richie. So we'll wait that second, but. This one, I have no transcription, so we're flying into this one fully blind. Let's cross our fingers there's nothing bad that happens, but let's hear what we got. Latest on the voicemail hotline.
Hey, Clint, this is Jason.
Oh, Jason.
I've been in the chat a little recently, just as Jason YouTube account. Just want to say following you this season has helped me, rediscover a love for baseball, for Dodger baseball. Love the work that you do. My take on the voicemail is I think it's not crazy that we could sweep these Padres. And I'm just saying, my bottom line argument is Yamamoto, Flaherty at home. I like our chances on both of those. I feel like it's more likely than not that we win with those guys up at home. So 2 in a row is hard, but I think we could get those. Then that gets Dylan Cease and Michael King off the possibility for us. We don't have to face them. Then we're talking about Yu Darvish. Major respect to you. He's got a 3.31 ERA this season. That's nothing to sneeze at. I kind of like our chances against him. I don't know. He's past his prime. And then after that, we're talking about the other two options I'm seeing on Baseball Reference. No disrespect to them either. Their ERAs are near 5. So I like our odds against people with 5 ERA. Even on the road, our offense is a super offense. We're the evil empire now. I love it. Okay. Take care, Clint.
Appreciate the call from Jason there. That's awesome. Very much appreciate the kind words there at the top. Happy I could do something to make this hellscape of baseball more enjoyable for you, buddy. So cheers. Hold on, I got to come over here. Cheers to you for one. And two, so I do think... Yeah, I mean, the Padres, they got a couple of guys at the top of the lineup there, or top of the rotation, that are very, very good with Dylan Cease and Michael King. As of now, the plan is Yu Darvish for Game 2. I don't think they stick with that, especially if the Dodgers win Game 1. It will be Michael King starting on regular rest in Game 2 because you, as the Padres, you need to do everything you can to take one game here in L.A. Yu Darvish has been historically good. He's been good against the Dodgers, but he's also struggled against the Dodgers. Dylan Cease, he's got to be ready. This team just lost Joe Musgrove. It really sucks that this team lost Joe Musgrove. He's going down with the elbow injury. Tommy John on its way, which is horrible. Also feels a lot like the 20 postseason where this team lost with Dinelson Lamet. They lost... who was the other guy they had? They had another injury to their starting rotation. Clevenger, Mike Clevenger, both of those guys going down with elbow injuries. But that's just baseball. The Dodgers don't have Tyler Glasnow. The Dodgers don't have Clayton Kershaw. The Dodgers don't have Emmett Sheehan. They don't have Kyle Hurt. They don't have Dustin May. They don't have technically they could have Tony Gonsolin. The scales are pretty evenly matched. The Dodgers have a little bit more starting pitching than the Padres do at this point, so you do feel a little bit better about that in the fact that if it does go to 5 games, the Dodgers could knock on desk here. They could outlast the Padres. You really think, you really hope, you really pray the Dodgers could outlast the Padres. Let's see. We got a couple more voicemails we'll get to, and then we'll end the show. I did say I was going to talk about something Dave Roberts said that I liked this week. I kind of talked about it already earlier, but I'm going to pocket that for tomorrow's stream with Kevin, so stay tuned. Some point, I don't know exactly when we're going to. As of now, our plan was 11 a.m. Pacific time. We might change, we might alter if his schedule allows as well, because I would like to do a show once the roster comes out. We can do roster reaction. My guy Matt's in the chat. Goat Yachty says, Clint, I'm scared. Don't be scared, Matt. We're here. We're all in this together. Listen, the drinks are flowing. The Dodgers, when I got this cup at Dodger Stadium, they won because Shohei Ohtani hit a homer to tie the game, and Mookie Betts sent us home to walk it off. So, we feel good. Swollen Sausage says, sorry about the profanity. Does that mean you called in? Does that mean no? That's a response to baseball can be fucked up sometimes. You need to manufacture some runs, play smart. Hey, stay within yourself. Try not to do too much. Stick to the game plan. Move the ball forward. All that kind of stuff. RGM 0021 says Shohei going to go off. He'll be one player that I'll be able to say did everything to win. That'll be the case for. Will that be the case for every Dodgers player? You really hope they all kind of take their blue chew, to borrow from an old Blue Heaven sponsor, to get it up right away for this series. But Shohei leading off, I still love, like, of all the things. I fixed Goat Yachty. He says I feel better. Thank you, Matt, for listening to my inspiring words. Listen, of all the things that had happened this season, including the injury to Mookie Betts, listen, you got to appreciate what that ended up opening up. It opened up taking Mookie off of shortstop and handing the keys over to Miggy Rowe full-time, but it also opened up Shohei Ohtani in the leadoff spot. And if Shohei Ohtani is opening ball games, good things happen. God damn, do good things happen when Shohei is leading off a ball game. Roach says Blue Heaven. What a throwback. I know, right? By the way, tomorrow, the 5th, was a 1-year anniversary of the last show Doug and I were allowed to do together there. So isn't that crazy, guys? How time flies, but now we're here and we're having a great time. Roach also just called in. Roach, let's listen to Roach real quick.
First, what's going on, Clint? It's Roach. Go Dodgers. I'm so excited. Can't wait for the postseason. I'm ready to throw up. I feel numb. I feel everything. And I'm hoping we win it all. Go Dodgers. Also, shout out the 909 and Scott Van Slyke.
Let's go. Hey, listen, that's a bigger clap for my guy Roach there. Shout out to the 909. Represent the 909. Yeah. Be excited. Be throwing up. Be feeling some sort of pain. If we're not feeling pain, then something went wrong. We should feel pain. We should feel joy. We should be excited for this October of Dodger baseball. King Yellowman saying they DFA'd me during the postseason. No, afterwards, me and my guy Noah Cameras did a couple of shows during the postseason, but then the Dodgers just decided to not play the postseason for very long, so Blue Heaven ended at that point, and, F the owner there. But, guys, we move on. Listen, I said I was going to save my guy for last, and you know what that means. We got our final caller of the night, our final voicemail of the night. It's my guy, Richard Flores in DeVore. Let's hear what Richie has to tell us entering this wonderful National League Division Series against the rival San Diego Padres.
Well, hey, Clint. Happy Friday to you. As we prepare for the series, the end-all series, and little brother comes down with their shit-talking and their bat flipping and the Beat LA chants and the Padres blocking us bad people from the evil empire of purchasing tickets to go play in their ballpark that's named after a pet store. Let's just take a look at the facts, shall we? Half the country is going to be tuning in to see how Dave is going to fuck this up and how we're going to get bounced again. The other half are going to be tuning in to watch Ohtani's first postseason appearance. And the rest of us are going to be high on Prozac, pain pills, and already threw 3 bottles of Jack Daniels, and that's even before the first pitch is even thrown. But I say this. When all that's against you, when everybody's expecting you to fail, I quote Jake Taylor from the very first Major League movie. So there's only one thing left to do. Win the whole fucking thing. There's only one stat that counts, and that's whatever that score is at the end of the 9th inning and the 27th out. So let's just go to this thing, bring it on. If we're going to win this World Series, we got to beat the Padres of the world anyway. And quite frankly, the Padres are built on hype. They're just built on hype, and they don't act like they've ever been there before because they haven't. So at the end of the day, let's just do what we always do. Show up, pack the ballpark, weigh those little rally pals, get loud, and I want the Dodgers to get pissed off. I want them to be emotional. I want them to slam their batting helmet. I want them to take their bat to the back rack. I want them to show emotion and fierce competition. I want them to give the Padres a double middle finger and say, hey, assholes, we can match your intensity just as much as you do. So at the end of the day, I say this. Fuck the Dodger Stadium parking lot. Fuck the Padres. Fuck Manny Machado and the horse he rode in on. And for the love of God, fuck the Ghost Runner. See ya.
My man, Richie in Divorce, spitting fire there. Love that dude. That's the reason I pocketed him for the end of the show here, because Richie should get you hyped. I love the Jake Taylor quote there. There's only one thing left to do. And if I was in that Dodgers clubhouse, that's what I would have to tell him. Go win the whole fucking thing. That's all you got to do. Dave, go win the whole fucking thing. You don't want to face these stupid questions. You don't want to hear the media asking Andrew Freeman if he's going to be back next year. Just go win the fucking thing. Guys, we got a couple calls who just called in during Richie. So inspirational is Richie Flores. But I'm going to pocket those for tomorrow's pregame show. If you guys also want to call in overnight to get some thoughts in the morning, call in. You see the number. It's in the description, all that kind of stuff. Kevin and I will be on at some point during the before the game. That's the important thing. It will be on at some point before the game. So tube in, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button if you like more content coming out. I'm not ready for the postseason or the offseason yet, guys, but God damn it, am I ready for the postseason, and you should be too. Don't worry, your boy is going to be getting a fresh bottle tomorrow. So in honor of my guy, Roach, who I see going off in the chat with some throwback, Flashback Fridays. Shout out to Kevin Pillar. Shout out to Scott Van Slyke. Shout out to Blake DeWitt. Oh, Alexander Rose also called in. Alex, we'll get to your call tomorrow if that is okay, but I got to get out of here. Me and the Misso still haven't had dinner tonight, but I appreciate the hell out of you guys hanging out here. Again, post-game show will be on this channel tomorrow. Everybody's going to be post-gaming, but listen, this is a show for you sons of bitches out there, so call into that voicemail hotline. This is the only show where you'll be able to hear your voice on the internet, and we're here to read your comments and have a good time, so let's do this effing thing. Be here for post-game. Be here for pre-game tomorrow. Subscribe. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all the great questions, comments, engagement, this unexpected or impromptu Friday show. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much also for the super chats. You rock, including Left Field Pavilion, who sent in that super chat during the premiere video on Wednesdays, on Wednesday with me and Scott Gearman. I do want to pause and thank our channel supporters who've been great, paying, helping keep the show going. They're spending their hard-earned money to express their gratitude for the show, and I try to express it back by giving as much of my time and thoughts and whatever to them in Discord or here on the show and all that kind of stuff. So shout out to all of them. I really need to have a little thing that has all the people from YouTube, from Patreon, because you guys have been killing it. If you guys are looking to join us on Discord talking about Dodger baseball, we will be talking baseball during the games in Discord. If things get crazy, things go wild, we might start hosting watch-alongs during the game as the postseason continues. But check that out, patreon.com/realfrg, $5 a month, or YouTube members, $5 a month. There's a button somewhere near my head that says join. Click that. If you can't, again, hit that subscribe, hit the thumbs up, tell your friends about the channel. That's the best, the second best thing you can do, or really the first best thing, to be honest. Just being here, watching the show, that goes a long way as well. Here in my broken heart, but. Shout out to our moderators, who I don't think there was a couple. Swollen Sausage in here, IB Stroking. Shout out to the moderators for doing a kick-ass job in the chat. I don't think Diane knew about the show tonight, so Diane wasn't here. All Dodgers is presented by Bet Online. I am Real FRG on all the things, the Twitter, the Instagram. Follow me on those if you're interested. Hopefully, again, we earned a thumbs up on the way out. Hopefully, we earned a subscription on the way out. It's completely free. And that's about it. I'll see you tomorrow. Go Dodgers. Dodgers in 4. Okay, bye.